Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab. Ooh, I got a nice one for you today. This is going to be a doozy for those who understand the philosophical concepts. Now we're doing P Funk's philosophy. Okay, so that might be a little changing up in my intro, but let's go. Rightisms, 25 rule to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practiced daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know, spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and my eye be true. Right thinkers. Let's talk about P Funk's philosophy on how spiritual intercourse. What? Yeah, spiritual intercourse. What is being coming one with God? I had this idea, this concept. When I heard it, one of my guys speak, and I listened to my mystics, and they create the concept. I said, well, I took it, wrote it down. My guy here said, now what the hell? So now I'm getting to a bad habit of just writing thoughts down and not thinking them all the way through. So when I come back, I'm like, what the hell was you thinking? So let's try to put this thing together. I got an idea, so let me see if I can work it in here, see if I can work it out. Spiritual intercourse is becoming one with God. Enlightenment, all that. But that feeling, when the heart and the mind becomes one, that's a very unique feeling. It's like an orgasm. Okay? Okay? Oh, yeah. You like that? Yeah. That feeling, what they say, God is undescribable. Everybody who experienced God for themselves can't describe it, but they can try to explain it to you the best they could. Why? Undescribable. That's what undescribable means. Describe your orgasm. See? Yeah, everybody know that. Yeah. But the question is, leading up to that, what caused that to happen? What caused that the climax? What got you to foreplay, all that stuff? Yes, let's talk about it. I'm giving away my lesson. Let me see if I can put this together now. Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna lose a few on this after this lesson. All right, I'm pretty sure of that. Why? Because having sex with God spiritually and mentally, everybody ain't gonna understand that. I'm gonna try to make the allegory work for you so you can hopefully conceive it. Remember, this is esoteric teaching. This ain't the run of the mill. No, this is real stuff. This is hidden stuff. I'm trying to put it together where it makes sense so you can understand it. All right. So having sex with God in your mind and in your heart, that's the combination you need. When you go into the meditative state and you have that good feeling about anything in life, that's God recognizing the good deeds. Goosebumps. That's your spirit recognizing something or recognizing somebody who made you feel that way. If I'm engaged with you and I get goosebumps, that means I made a spiritual connection. I understand that wholeheartedly. Let's go. But a lot of people, I don't know what's going on. I feel, yeah. Hello? Yeah. That's why when you know God, you know everything that's going on within your body, in your body. That's the idea. But that feeling you get, again, let's get back to that. That feeling you get from what? Sexual intercourse. It's the big O. Okay. But the idea, how you get there. How do you look? How did it make you feel? Then you believe in the hereafter? You know what I'm hereafter. That was my favorite phrase back in the day when I was a lady man. I was a tail chaser. So I'm chasing. I was a hunter. I stay on the prowl. I'm creeping. My man on Friday when my man went to the bathroom and no dude was on the creep. I'm creeping. Yeah, he on the move. He was hunting man tail, but he was still. What Elmer J. Fudd hunting? Rabbits. All right, he was hunting ducks. All right, but that spirit, that feeling, it's a spiritual feeling along with a mental understanding. And it becomes overwhelming. That's when you release. That's when you ejaculate physically. When you masturbate, you're watching porn or whatever turns you on to get you to that point. At that point, when your mind reaches that climax, the physical body ejaculates. Even when you sleep, you can do it because the mind controls the body. Hence, that's what they flood you with what? Endorphins for the mind to see what porn entices you. So we got to get stronger as a people, willpower. But that's personal. I tell you a lesson about the semen retention. Fellas ain't trying to hear that. But having an orgasm, having a spiritual intercourse with God is you becoming one with him. Y'all coming together as one. Opposite. He's spirit, you're physical. Y'all got to become one. Male, female, come together, try to become one. You trying to get inside her, she's trying to get you. So that's the concept. Hope you understand. I'm trying to use the graphic as best I could without getting too far. This ain't about porn, it's about the concept, okay? So remember, and I understand it. If you in a meditative state, that means you have mind and spirit intercourse with God on your own. No outside entity, no. You and God. When you get to him, you're going to have a feeling that you never had before. I use the same analogy with the drug, but I got the feeling, I use it from the drug analogy allegory where I've been high off of God since 2010. That's 15 years. You know any drug that got you that high, that long? God, I can tell you mine. Okay, I saw the drug analogy. Now I'm using as a sexual, connotation, allegorical concept. Hope you can get an understanding about how your mind and your heart work together as one. That's the intercourse inside of yourself. They call it awakening. They call it open still. Remember, this is my philosophy now. I have the right to put my 2 cents in it. That's what I'm doing. All right, so if you meditate, that means you're having your own intercourse with God. Communion, whatever you want to call it. But intercourse, a.k.a. sex, lovemaking, is 2 opposites come together. Mayat teaches you male, female. They come together. We can create something. Male, male come together, gay. Female, female come together, gay. Can't produce nothing. That's all physical. That don't amount to nothing. So I ain't here to negotiate, none of that. I'm just making a point and moving on. Remember, I'm not here to debate. I'm here to teach. And that concept of male, male, women, women don't produce nothing. That's all. That's the fact. So opposites produce. Let's go. In heart, mind, opposites. You put them together, you come up with God. Hope you understand that analogy. Physical intercourse, again, is the 2 people having something come together. Yeah, for the plan. Oh, that's nothing wrong with that. That's not God. That's physical intercourse. Okay, you're gonna arrive at the orgasm and the party's over. With the spiritual orgasm, the party don't stop. You be blissed. You just in that state of mind. I live in my yacht. I'm just engulfed in my yacht. So I keep my state of mind in that place where nobody can touch that. Okay, that's the difference. When I ain't thinking, I ain't functioning on that level, you can piss me off and be mad, I might react. But if I'm in that state, ain't no big deal. All right, so that's the difference. Only state of mind, just state of mind. And when the heart and mind is working as one, that's euphoria. Okay, bliss, whatever you want to call it. We take drugs to do that. We go get a mate to do that. Some people are doing it on their own. But to reach that feeling, that pleasure, you ain't got to do nothing but commune with God. He'll give it to you. All the passion, you can get there. Of course, you look good. All the foreplay, because y'all want to lead to that passion, everything. You hit it leading up to what? The actual love making, body slamming, okay? And what happened? We driving to that point. We trying to get there. And when we get there, And the beauty part when two people get there together, that's the hope. And when that happens, man, if you do it right, fellas, sisters too, they won't leave. They had the old saying, you take a man's underwear, bury it in the backyard, he won't leave you. They said the same thing about the women. But no, all you gotta do is what? Satisfy them, please them, and they won't leave you. A man can have a woman that he know. My man using me. My man said, yeah, everybody tell you how you mistreat me. Yeah, he said, yeah, he know all that. Why? But what they don't know, he know what they don't know. Why? Man, she do work between the sheets. So he gonna put up with all that to get what he want. He said, well, if it feels good being used, well, use me. Why? I'm sure I'm using you to do the things that you do for me. So whatever you need me to do, I'm with that. Analogy. God will be with you in whatever venture you do. Just don't BS him. Okay? Moving on. But it's all this and this. So when you physically, because you look good, all that, but that leads up to the ultimate orgasm. Mental orgasms, just keep going. Call euphoria. Okay? Good sex is when what? The both of y'all reach that place that y'all trying to get to, okay, together. That's the best thing you can have. And that's what young people do. And y'all do it with different people. Y'all just, that end of moving on, I ain't getting involved in that. But the spiritual orgasm and the spiritual intercourse, that's when you commune with God. Okay. Physical, you can do that not with God. God ain't in that mix. But when you focus on God, doing your meditation state, you're becoming one with God mentally. That's the heart and mind melding together, the community with God right here. You got to become conscious of that. And when that happens, now that's, and for those who, well, I don't have a problem with that. I ain't debating. I'm not comparing. I'm just trying to explain to you a fact. So what have you do it? Would it work for you? I don't know. Try it and find out. But consciousness is being conscious of knowing, aware, having understanding, right? Knowing something. Consciousness is knowing something for yourself. You conscious of what? Who you are. I'm Elmer J. Fudd. I own a mansion and yacht. That's being conscious of self. Okay. Higher conscious. Your real true self. Now you got to use the expression what? That experience of what? Oneness with God. Now you are conscious of something higher than you. And that's the ultimate orgasm. To know thyself. Man, it don't get no better than that. Okay? You can't buy it. You can't steal it. You got to earn it. I had my intercourse, aka, but my conversation with God in 2010, 16 years ago now. Okay, coming up. But also, and I'm still having that orgasm. I still feel the same way. I still, that same rush, that high, I'm still there. My pastor been doing that for 50 years. I'm 15 in, I'm thinking, no, you ain't the first one, they ain't the only one. So yeah, my thing is calm down with all that, me, you ain't no different. So I got that part understood too. All right. But I'm having, personally, the longest running orgasm ever. Okay, I'm still coming. Sorry about that, but spiritually, I only get the ain't physical. It's a spiritual thing. So I'm constantly what? Blissful. I'm constantly in that state of mind where I'm content and happy, and I'm constantly learning and bettering myself on a day-to-day basis. Okay, knowing that God and I are one. Who better? Who better to share my spiritual with, my mentality and consciousness? The one and only God. So, okay. And what's this? Okay. God's orgasms are, you ready for this? When you engage with God, praising Him and worshiping and meditating, when you serve Him, you're pleasing Him. And guess what? He'll please you back with blessings. Ha ha ha. See, now when you serve God, you giving. They say what? God bless the cheerful giver. And if you give and honor and praise and respect to God, He's going to bless you. And all religions know that concept. And just those who practice it, they find out, they know. I see church people they doing just what they say, and it's working just like they said it would. I see that. But when God blesses you, because you're pleasing him, that means he's glad, he's happy, and he's satisfied with what you're doing, so he do for you. That's how God operates. Simple as that. That's the best example of God right there. And when you got him inside you, you ain't got to look no further. Okay? Just like, him or her, when you put that thing down right, they will worship you, they will praise you. Okay? Okay? When you do that, that's physical God. Okay? That makes somebody happy, please them physical. Oh, you got them. You can do whatever you want. Like they tell the joke with the women. This nigga ain't got no driving license suspended, and because he can do that thing, you give him your car keys and everything, knowing he gonna tear your car up. So that's how they get weak. And a lot of people fall victim. Why? Because how you make them feel. When you serving God, God will bless you. He ain't gonna juice you like that, but yeah, the same concept. All right, that's why it's better to please God, not man or woman. My love for God and my desire to please him and what keeps me doing right supersedes what my egoistic desires to do what I used to do or what I know to be wrong. The thoughts come up, the opportunities there. I'm not doing that. You the one got to make that decision. To make a bad decision and then tomorrow, I shouldn't have done that. That don't do you no good. That's Monday morning quarterbacking for real. And they ain't never won a game. So in life, if you ever do that, you're not going to win. In the end, when your desire supersedes your logic and reason, you have a problem. That's called addiction. Gave you that lesson too. But when you got God first, you only have what I call spiritual orgasm if you make spiritual and mental love to God. By what? Living, thinking, doing, and be on one accord with God, heart and mind. That's it. And that's what takes you through life. Trust me. If you please God, there we go. And I know my Christian family, they do this to the T. They do right, act, live right for God. And they are blessed for doing that. You can't knock them for that, okay? Now, with righteous and virtuous living, he will bless you for that. He recognizes just that. He don't care what you call yourself, a Christian, Muslim, a Jew. That means nothing to him. Again, spirit has no color, no race, okay? No sex. So don't get caught up in that. Well, we God's chosen people. No, you're not. Okay? God don't choose. You do. Spiritual love, making, aka intercourse with God, is what? When you meditate, when you have your blessings, when you have your God experience, that but God experience for yourself, when you know you serving somebody, there's a greater than me that's in the world, when you serving your higher self and you are receiving the benefits of that, would you stop? My dude been doing this a long time. He said he don't know nothing else. So his life is dedicated to serving God. Obviously. I've been knowing him since he was a kid. And his whole life, he's been doing this since I've known him. So yeah, there's something to it. Trust me. All right. And the whole point about what happiness is what? From the inside out, outside stuff don't make you happy. Inside do. Have that spiritual intercourse and get your own orgasm going and see how long you can ride that thing out. Why? It's gonna ride as long as you ride it. You the one controlling it. See? All right. I ain't going there. I ain't getting to that sex thing. I ain't got time for that. Them little blue pills, got red pills, they got all kind of pills now. They don't give a damn. Take a pill. If you wanna have sex for hours and hours, knock yourself out. Moving on. I ain't got time for that. That's called porn. Okay? Whatever, but I ain't into that. Where we at? If you have spiritual, that means you're having what? Spiritual and mental connection with God. If you please God, with right, okay, I did that, excuse me. Spiritual love making is what? Intercourse with God, and happiness starts from within, with you and God becoming one. If you love the feeling, physically, physical orgasm, okay, try spiritual orgasm. If you in love with this physical one, okay, You can get to God and do all that without no mate, without no other person. You and God can do your thing. No, I ain't trying to master. No, it ain't master. No, it's mental, intuitive connection with your higher self. They call it meditation. Or y'all Christians, steal yourself. Why? You know that God is God. Where? Inside you. He trying to get your attention. That's what meditation does. In the East, they do it better than us. When you're serving and worshiping God, when daily, what happened? That's spiritual love making. Why? Because the outcome is going to be what? Blessings for you. That's the orgasm you will receive. Every time you serve and worship God, you'll get yours. I got my man, Benny Man said, you better get yours once I get mine. God don't leave you hanging. Okay, moving on. When God is satisfied with what? With your work, with what you're doing. When he's satisfied, that's spiritual orgasm from his part, and he's going to do the other part for you. What? Bless you. Please you now. See where we're going with this? I put this together. I'm just starting to, for me, come together in my mind. Well, how the hell you going to get this? I hope it's working together. We about to wrap it up. I'm almost home. I know I'm going now. All right. Meditation is the mental intercourse that connected to spirit becomes how you become one with God. You're the physical, God is spirit. You got to become one with him internally. Matter, spirit. The heart is the spirit, the mind is the matter. They go together, and that's how you have sex with God, spiritually and mentally. Daily meditations is your daily love making with God. He will never say no. Whenever you want to go to God, my pastor says the best for me years ago. My mother said, baby, everybody don't want to talk about God all the time. My pastor said, Brother Wright, whenever you want to talk about God, call me. When we talk about God. We talk every day. I have been for the last 10 years. All right? So trust me, it's something to it. God, again, is the better half. God will never complain about what? Not tonight, I got a headache. When you meditate, you get to him. When you call on him, when Aset made it cry, he didn't stop. He did everything he do and adhere to her call. When you got God on speed dial, you got a connection. Okay, I tell you all the time, I ain't got to wait. No, God with me all the time. I keep God on my mind all the time. I ain't got to wait and go look for God, pray for God. Nope. Keep him conscious. I'm conscious of him all the time. I call it being God conscious. So God is always willing to what? Be worshiped, and will always be willing to what? Bless those who do just that. Good deed doers. See where we're going with this? Now let me take it home. Let me finish it up. I love God with all my heart and mind and my total understanding. That's why I live and do what's right in his sight. That's why I rock the I. Integrity is what? Doing the right thing when nobody's watching. He's always watching spiritually. That's the difference. I'm God conscious all the time. Wrap it up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. Right thinkers. Spiritually, okay? Having God on your mind and sharing your spiritual life to be one with him, that's the name of the game. In this physical form, we're divine beings come here to have a human experience. The highest experience a human being can have is becoming one with God. Know thyself. Have that connection. Have that intercourse with God. Trust me, you'll enjoy it. I do every day. Hope you enjoyed that's the right things. I gotta go. But in closing, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I never know my right thinkers who understand having intercourse with God who passed away.